Everyone excuse that for a second. That was my auntie calling me. I'm going to call her back. This is the chest area. I mean, not the chest, excuse me. The china cabinet. My mother had this china cabinet for years. Um, if you're looking up close in here, you can still see it's the evening. I don't know if this will still be filmable. Tomorrow I may start packing this out. I don't know. But you can see the Christ here carrying a cross. You can see right here. That's very prevalent because this has been here, you know, many decades. This has been here. All right, so as we walk on through, this house also, it was a fire here and it was redone. There was usually only one entrance, but now it's two on both sides. So I'll show you what I mean because I'm going to take you down to the basement. But for right now, we're going to take a step through. You see up here, there's no lights right now, but there's another stairway up here. That's why well, when I film tomorrow, I'm gonna film a little bit tomorrow. Monique, especially for you, so you can see what it looks like during the day. Like I said, I'm going into the Sabbath now. Everybody knows I'm almost sundown, right? So I still want to get this video out to everybody tonight. I have to, so everybody know what's going on because time is crucial now. This is the living room area, and as you can see, like all of this is what our mother decorated, and Monique, you know, and your grandma, y'all know who gets this video. This is all her work. I have not changed anything. I have not moved anything. I kept everything exactly the way she had it from the time that she was living here until her passing. So, okay. So like now we're going to head upstairs, and this is going to be the first part on the left-hand side. Just real quick, if I have just a little bit of time to show, I will just give a briefing. I'm going to do this also to video. Tomorrow, if it's not too dark, it'll be Sunday then, because it might be, you know, a little dark by the time the Sabbath is over tomorrow evening. But this covers in her front porch area right here. And we put a turf up to put some privacy. And where you see that tarp hanging up right here, that's in the picture, that it used to be pictures there and everything that she did. He goes around and you can see it will lead out in to the front porch area. And funny enough, I don't know, you probably really can't see it out that well. I just want to get this on camera. This is also too personally for me. But these lights right here, they don't come on anymore right now. But these lights are my mother, her mother's lights. And she had these like in the 50s. And these lights my mother put up to go alongside, you know, her house. You know, they lit up down here where she had then her decorations. Also too, you can see if you look up in here, she also has a little, where her lights is at, you can see there's a little bird cage, bird nest up there. The birds come over here. If you take a notice outside, I don't know if you can see it from here, but there's a woman across the street with a little birdhouse. But there's never no birds over there, ever. Birds like to build their own nests. That's why they end up coming to my mother's property, and they built their nest in her lights right there. You can see. I had to show that because there's a story too behind the birds that have come here and built a home here. Okay, so now we're back in the house, and we're going out now through the living room area. Forgive me, guys, for this bad taping. This is the first time I ever taped like this. The good thing about these flip phones where you can flip the camera screen is that you can at least show the background screens of, you know, what's going on here. So these are the pictures on the wall, too. If you can see, I definitely want to get filming of that. My sister is the one that was the one to give my mother the family. And I mean that in every way. She got to see these kids right here. I know I'm doing this a little off here. But this Jasmine and this LJ, she saw them grow up. So there's their pictures or their photos in the house everywhere, you know. And if you look up, this is my Uncle Walter. This is my mother. This is her. This is my mother's brother right here. excuse me, my mother's brother, my mother's uncle, which would be my great uncle. He passed on as well. And then there's a picture of a mother right there. This is from Birmingham, Alabama, and she graduated from an institute in Birmingham. And that's the picture of her there. And it's the picture of her here with my niece and my nephew. My mother, and it's fine. So, I want to show that. Now we're going to head upstairs. So it's a little dark now, but the lights are going to come back on in a little bit. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. This is the room that used to be, this room here used to be Eddie and Timmy's room when we were growing up. And then it became a guest room for anyone when they came here. This is the room that they stayed in. This is the guest room. So these pictures here too, like that picture there, I'm not sure than the history, but I do believe that picture has something to do with my mother's mother. Not quite sure. Because she has two. When my mother lost her mother, she took in all of her belongings because my mother was the only daughter that her mother had that was living outside of another daughter, but she had cerebral palsy, So my mother was the only active daughter like my grandmother had. So she has some of her things here too. So this is, her little designs she did where she put her little knickknacks at and stuff. These been here years. You can see this is the picture of Jasmine. As I said, this was a room that became the guest room. I have an Aunt Lola who stayed in this room. My mother did a transformation in this room. I went through a transformation in this room. I've also, when I left Arizona to come here to get my business started, this is the room that I stayed in as well. And the proof in on that, if you look around in this room, now, also too, these bars here are the hang bars that I used. A little knick-knack. You use them bars too to do our push-ups and stuff. But if you look behind this door, these are all of the pictures and all of the, this is all the love I received when I got back home. And every card on this wall are the cards I received over the 7 years since I've been back. That's come mostly from my sister. They come from my mother. They come from my dad, and down here I held, it's a little purse. My niece Trinity has extraordinary gifts with her hands. She can build and create and make anything. And as she was young, she's a little bit older now, but she's about 13. She would make things with paper, but she would make clothing with paper. So she made purses, as you see here. So I saved her purse. She made a little bra. Trin is awesome. She made a little bra. I saved it, And this is too, I'm going to save that. I'm packing all this up. She painted this picture here. When Trinity and I had our first little fight, Nick, remember that? She wrote me a little heart and that said sorry on it, that she wrote down on it, and she pinned it on this wall for me on the back of this door. It's history in this house. Forgive that. I think that's a wild cat that's maybe a little bit jealous. I don't know. Okay, so now, so if you go around here too, I would like to explain, beautiful dresser here, everything. These are all the knickknack my mother had. If you come over here, you see where this picture is at? There used to be a door here that led to the attic. We had a fire back in 1993, and when we had the fire, when they rebuilt the home, they put the attic doorway. It's in my sister and I old room, not in this room here. This room now is, as you see, it's just now the wall. So my mother decorated, put the pictures there, stuff like that. This too has been here like years. I just want to say this flower, I like this so much on here. That has been here a very long time. I think it's nice. I like it. On the bottom of it, it's mirrored at the bottom of this. Okay, so As you see, we have a bed here. You see there's a window back there. Over here too, there's another window. And when you open this up, this leads to, goodness, I can get this open a little bit. If you can see, this leads to a window view out. This is a window outside. It actually is, it leads to the roof. I used to sit out there. Probably a lot of us have. But right here, where this bed is at, this used to be in that area right above where this window is. It was bunk beds, and this is where Eddie and Timmy had slept at for years, you know, until they got older. Nicky's the baby, and Nicky slept wherever he wanted to. That's true. He slept wherever he wanted. So my mother did this up, and she put a little mirror here, as you can see. This wasn't here when I was growing up. Things change. You know, life is, it's water. It's constantly changing. It's change. So in this room too, my mother redid this up. She painted it. And you can see out this a little bit. There's little water stains too on the walls. No biggie out this. But this decoration in here and everything. Zion likes to come over here. There's also two of my nephews stayed at. A lot of people too have come through and stayed in this room. Now, I'm going to say where this closet is. This used to be where my sister and I bedroom was. Now, years ago, when we first moved here, my sister and I, we stayed in this room. And where you see that closet at, that was where our bed was at. And me and my sister shared beds. And when you come around and you... Of course, that's the door. Oh, that's Zion. When you look out here in these windows, they did out the window views. This was our window view. So where the bed was at, we see out the window. We have two window views right here. Right now, how the room is done up, as you can see, it's a bed there now. If I can hold this camera up, right? So you see, without trying to, excuse me. So you see now there's a bed. Oh, that's Zion. And the closet, you know. And this is the room that Vaughn and I stayed in. Also, too, I mentioned when we got older, Eddie stayed in this room. And then when I came back from Arizona, and I moved here, Emerson stayed in this room. And Emerson stayed in this room for maybe about... I don't know, a little bit. He stayed here. And then after Emerson, which is Nicky's best friend, is Emerson. Then Nicky stayed here. And then from Nicky, I'm going to say too, when Uncle Eugene came down, and Eugene came to this house for the first time, that same bed back here, this bed, Uncle Eugene slept in this bed. And then after Uncle Eugene, LJ was the last one to bless this bed, and he slept here. And LJ is, and for those who don't know, I ain't gonna say cousin Monique, that's Vaughn's son. And he's the one, well, you probably met him, but I don't know if you remember, but he met him. Now this leads to the attic. This part, no biggie, I'm gonna have to show y'all that tomorrow because I have not put the extra light up in there. I'll take you up there tonight, you know. So now we're going to go. I have no idea how long this video is. It's probably like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes already. We're going to go downstairs now here. I want to make a mention of this too. I did this when I was staying here. I thought it was very cute. I put the pictures of Timmy, his children, Vaughn, Miss Micah, is Trinity. These are my nieces, nephews, all of them. I put them up here. So actually, when you're coming down the steps, you have a little wall mural that's right here when you're coming down the steps. And then you come down and you enter into, you know, back down to the downstairs area. All the painting too, I believe. Eddie did the painting, Nicky did the painting, and the rooms upstairs we just left, and my mother. And when I came back, my mother and I, we together. I remember going over that room. That used to be Vine in our room. Us doing that together. So now we back in the kitchen area. Like I said, there's a little stoop area here, and now because we got more lighting in this, over here now on this side, I can take you upstairs and show you now the room that was the recreation room when we were growing up, which is up this way. So follow me. So first, as you see, this room too, I'm going to say this is the room that I moved to. So this is not the first time. Now, when I was about 14, my sister and I did share that room growing up. But when I turned about 14, I moved over here to my own little area. We go through all those different changes and stuff when we're getting older through our puberty. I moved over here, wanted my little space and stuff, and this is where I stayed at during this time. Also, my mother, as I mentioned before, she has a sister. Her sister has cerebral palsy. She's still living. She's around the same age as me. Her name is Consuela. Monique, your mommy know Consuela. She know Consuela. Okay, so this is the room I was in. So I redid it up everything. Now before, like I said, when I was 14, I was here. Then Nikki stayed here also too in this room. Before anyone did, it was a recreation room where everyone come to just sit down and watch TV and hang out. This what this room did. Party. A lot of cool things happen in this room. People. Actually, my niece was created in this room. Nick, Delia told me. So, you were there, I think. So, a lot of people stay in this room, and then in the end, my stepdad, he stayed in this room. But when he couldn't walk no more, he moved downstairs to the living room, and then he shortly passed in after that, which was 4 years ago. So I've been living up here in this room until my mother passed. My mother, which you'll see, that's the last final room. Save the best for last. It's hers. I stayed right above her after the instrument. So this was mine. So this is the map. Now, as we enter in, as you see, I got the map up here. It says no ego. I don't believe in ego. Anything against God, even though the many multitudes of things I have to work on. But, I'm against all egos and all that other stuff. So this is the room that I created. Just a little bit of it. Nothing fancy or big or anything, but this is my mother's room. This is the only room that's been redecorated into its own individuality, because if you were here, your mother let you do create however you want in that room, So this was my little creation. Of course, I'm always aiming for the stars, so I gotta have. Although I know really what that symbolizes, this is not that video. I did just my little decorations on it and stuff like that. Nothing big, but I don't know if anyone would notice. You probably can't see too much of it now, but in the corners, you see it says Leviticus, and along the walls is written all the books of the Bible. That's how I did my room, but that's just me. I'm doing a clothing line on this. A biblical clothing line / interior designs company that I've been working on since 2002, which is why I come back to home. And I discovered also, though, when I came back, that was a blessing from God. I got these 7 years with my mother. And then now it's back to, it's vet time now. I got to get this, now is my business getting done. So, any case, this is the clothes and stuff I have over here. This actually, excuse all my tackiness here, but this was Ben's, my stepdad, and I just kept it, of course, because it was his. And I don't know if you can see up in the corner, that's my nephew's name too, Micah. But it's the book of the Bible, Micah. And okay, so you come all around here. That's the entrance back there. I just put the border up, but I have a little couch, a little here where I sit on. I also designed it in the books of the Bible, which you can't see too much of now. Don't matter. The company's coming out. Everybody's going to get this. Anyone who wants it. Just want to make mention, too, because it's been here a very long time. In the corner in my wall, I put Micah, his mom, Jasmine and LJ when they were little. And then Tamina, who that is, that little baby right here. Y'all know who he is. Yeah. And we're going to say y'all know. So, and now that's the mirror here. This is my mother's mirror. But I put my little pictures there. That's me and Vaughn when she came to visit me. And these are all my journeys through life. They're mostly pictures in Arizona. So this was up here, the recreation room. Look out here. Really can't see too much. It's dark outside right now. But this is a window. Have new neighbors. So over here too, you see this is the other window. This is where I had my prophetic dreams at. I always was standing in front of this window. And God showed me things that happened. Also too, what you can't see, I will videotape that tomorrow on light. There's little cupboards too in here. So now we're going to go back downstairs. Okay. And I don't know if you guys know, notice the mirror right here. Hi. Okay, I'm corny. So we're back in the kitchen area. I deliberately too, although you're gonna think it's crazy, right? But I keep things for life. I kept these plants on here. This is deliberately for a particular reason from who gave them to me. And I received this from My Have Energy. Everybody has, every Eve got their own Adam. Every Adam has his own Eve. And I met mine, Everybody has, and there's only one. So this is actually, he had purchased flowers for my mother and roses for me. I do got a picture of them fresh, but I keep that on the table. That's personal. My mother met him. She knows. His name is Nookum Freed. Now, we're going to go into the bathroom now here. There's one bathroom. Everything is still decorated the way my mother had it. So you can see there too, got your little sink area. And there's a little window side out there. Put the toilet paper up here. And then you come around here and open up, close up your bathroom. I just did them two little decorations there. And then you see there you have your tub area. So you can take yourself a nice bath. Which I did before I recorded this video. I'm a bath girl. And so now, head on through here. Also too, my mother, she said, now you know that Jesus black, right? You know that, right? You know what? I got a picture. And here it is right here. Here it is right here. Okay. So in saving the best for last, before we cut this video out now, this is the picture of my mother's room. And this is where everything happens at. And this is the room that everybody knows without the being that he owns this room, who made all this possible for me to be in his house now, to videotape this, to record this all. For you and everyone else out here in this world, this is the greatest. This is the great point right here, okay? No matter what you say it looks like or what you think it looks like, this is the queen whose room we are all about to enter right now. And not only she's a queen, she's a high archangel of God. And I know it. And I know it. And some of y'all who listen to this video and watch it, y'all know it too. So now we're going to enter into the queen's home. That without her, none of us would be here that are her children. And I'm one to declare how honored I am for this, okay? And to be able to record this to y'all, to be able to be in this home. All of this, I thank God. All right, so here we go. Now, this is her room. Now you walk in. Now it used to be a bed there. Now it's the couch. The bed was moved out when my mother was sick, and Vaughn was taking care of her. She moved the bed out into her place for her. All of this here, you see, all of this is my mother. Nothing I did. This is all her decorations. This is all her style. You can see in the corner, that's the medicine little cabinet she made. That's been there for 20, 25, 30 years. I don't know how long that's been there. As you see here, you go around, there's a window too she has right there. As you take it around here, there's a closet. behind his closet. I couldn't even pull it back. It's filled with clothes, all her clothes in here. And everybody who listens to this video, y'all know this woman's sharp. So I don't know about this world. Whoever gets an outfit, blessed be their soul, but that is in no hurry because her soul's so dynamite. I mean, all of her clothes, it's going to be in our possession for a little minute before it goes to donated out to anyone. That's just how I personally feel. I'm making that happen. So you come around here, and then actually how it's built in her room, she did it in 2 sections. So one part was her bedroom area, the other part was like the area where everybody sat down and hung out at and stuff. It's done different now though. So you see she got the gym there. She got a little workout machine. You see, that's a little movie that I was watching, you know. She have on her dresser. You see here, she made this herself, like a little library. The little dollies, you see all that? That comes from her business she did also too in caregiving. She had her own child care business. And she kept that. One of these right here is Aubrey's favorite. Aubrey is Monique, that's Von's daughter, Jasmine. You've met Jasmine. Jasmine got a little dog named Aubrey. Aubrey is awesome. She has so much courage to be tiny. Well, she loved this dog right here. This is one of her favorites, and I had to take it from her that she didn't tear the guts out. That's what mommy called it. She had a patient that said, who had a dog, and the dog would get a toy and tear all the insides out, and she would say she tears the guts out. So I was saving the guts from this one, from not getting torn out. So you see that then over here too is a dresser area. Everything on her dresser is all been still the same way that she had it on her dresser. All of these is her items. All of these is her things she had here. Everything. Except for the Santerre, that's my bank book. But other than that, you see in the picture she keeps a Jasmine. That's mine and my real estate. But you see there's I don't know if you can get it in up here. Let's see, we're gonna take y'all up here. That's little Trinity when she was little. There's little Oriana here. And that's Jasmine. You come across on the other side of the mirror, and there goes the woman right here that made it all possible. So now, it's about everything out in a room. So I showed you all just about everything. So I'm going to take you to it on the other side. This is the bathroom, which I hadn't shown out yet. You come in here, and the smell of this bathroom, everything in here too, is basically still the way she designed it. This actually closes too, that you can shut off from seeing any of the products that's behind it. You can just slide it up. As a little place you can just slide it over, and it'll close it off. She has a little mirror here, you know, sink. And many people are taking showers in this bathroom, don't we? I mean, and we all know it. This is a little shower right here, you know. And that's the that's the bathroom area. That was nothing point. That was my ring. So, excuse me for that. Now, that's too this mannequin. Trinity was playing with when she was like 7 years old or younger. Trinity loves this mannequin. This mannequin is Trinity's mannequin now. Okay, so that's about everything outside too. You see there's the window too also here. Like I said, it's dark, so I didn't really get to show it out as much as good as I wanted it to, which is all good. I'm going to start packing tomorrow and possibly tonight, really. But I want everybody to get a good look of everything, to get a look around where everything is, and remembrance of, you know, the woman who made all this happen. And thanking God for her, and for this blessing I have to be here right now while I'm here, because the clock is ticking. So the deadline right now is for September 30th. But I'm also going to post that out. And I'm going to put it on paper so everyone sees it in case they forget this video or somebody don't watch the video. You still get the clipping of the move out time to know when it's going to happen and everything. And I'm just noticing too in this camera that it's also showing that little snow, the little snowman. That little snowman is my mother's that she decorated with since, like, I think it was the late 90s. So I don't know, that's over like 20 years or something now, and that's been hanging there. We put it up, I put it up with my mother 7 years ago, and we kept it there, and kept it there deliberately every year as a remembrance too of her mother, you know. Just wanted to share that too. So for everyone, thank you for watching the video. And I know it's kind of corny, but still in all, you know, it ain't about me and this is a house. I want everybody to remember what it looks like. You know, remember this door that y'all have all entered. Remember the reason why you enter it. And remember the woman who stands behind your ability to enter that. And when you enter it, knowing that there was a great blessing that you have received, that you were able to walk out with and share with someone else. Okay? So, spread the love. Baruch Hashem. Blessed be God.